These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
And we're not going to wait for a safety problem to truly manifest itself.
Delayed flights and cancellations expected at some of the busiest airports across the country as the FAA plans to reduce airspace. What this means for you if you're packing your bags and flying out of Sky Harbor. Plus, hundreds of thousands of Arizonans are seeing their healthcare premiums double. What's causing the jump in price and what you should do before enrolling in a plan. And later, Operation Santa Claus is officially here.
All right, it is Operation Santa Claus kickoff day. You guys ready? Woo! We are getting it started. Year 25 here at St. Mary's Food Bank. I'm ABC15's Nick Zaletti. More on how you can donate and take action and make the holidays brighter for families all across Arizona.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us here. I'm Craig McKee.
In the end, our sole role is to make sure that we keep this airspace as safe as possible. This is about where is the pressure and how do we alleviate the pressure.
Sky Harbor and airports across the country are bracing for more flight cancellations and delays. Starting tomorrow, the FAA will implement a 10% reduction of flights at these 40 different airports across the country. These are obviously the busiest airports across the country. Let's take a look here. In addition to Sky Harbor, the list includes airports like LAX, Dallas-Fort Worth, JFK, and in New York, and down in Atlanta, of course, and then over to Detroit. This all comes as pressure builds on TSA agents and air traffic controllers who've been working without pay during the 37 days of the government shutdown, the longest in history.
This is going to be an unimaginable, unprecedented, unwelcome, unpleasant level of chaos.
So the FAA will start cutting flights by 4% tomorrow and then ramp up over the weekend. So how are the airlines actually reacting to this news? The CEO of Frontier is advising passengers to buy tickets on separate airlines if they're planning to fly over the next 10 days. Our team also finding this statement from American Airlines saying, quote, "We expect the vast majority of our customers' travel will be unaffected." Still, customers are traveling for many reasons, all of them important, and disrupting plans is the last thing we want. For that, we apologize. There is no need for customers to take any action. Any customer whose flight is impacted will be proactively notified by American Airlines. The number of U.S. layoffs announced in October rocketed upward by more than 153,000. That's right. A report from the employer outplacement services company Challenger, Gray and Christmas finds that's an increase of 175% from October of last year. It's also the biggest jump in that month in more than 2 decades. The company notes what it says is disruptive technology, notably artificial intelligence, that's changing the employment landscape. Keeping you updated on plans to bring a $3 billion railway hub to the Northwest Valley. BNSF hitting a snag, though, in Whitman in their planned development in northwest Maricopa County. The Board of Supervisors has unanimously denied a zoning change there, and that was considered a big win for those against this idea from the start.
Go somewhere else. Go where it's not going to impact residents. It's not going to be next to an elementary school. It's not going to be right in somebody's backyard. There's places that they can go. They're choosing not to.
In a statement, BNSF tells us they are committed to the project and they plan to move. Company leaders say the logistics park will bring more than 76,000 jobs to the state of Arizona. It's happy hour with a wild side. Tonight, the Phoenix Zoo is holding their final Roars and Pours event of the year. Guests 21 years and older can, sip on some craft beverages and stroll around select zoo trails. Guests could even get a sneak peek of zoo lights. How exciting. Tickets are $13. It all starts at 5:30.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sullins. Another beautiful day here in the valley tomorrow. Still a little bit above normal, but sunshine, light winds, and temperatures in the 60s to start the day, 80s throughout the afternoon forecast. High pressure's been keeping things warm. This ridge moving on, but another one building in, and this will actually warm temperatures up a few degrees as we head into the weekend and could even have us breaking a record by Sunday. Sunday's forecast at 89 degrees, the current record 88. Set in 2005. The rest of those records are safe because they're up in the 90s, but Sunday is the day to watch. As we look at the next 7 days here, after Sunday, temperatures will start to drop again. We've got cloud coverage coming in toward the middle to end of next week and maybe even some rain. At least a slight chance now in the Thursday forecast all across Arizona, including right here in the valley as a storm system approaches off of the Pacific. Overnight lows sticking to the 60s.